Welcome back, everyone, to Cosmic Kickback, the galaxy's favorite talk show. As always, my name is Nicholas, joined by my co-host Joshua.
Happy 100, Nick.
Yeah, we got a very special episode. This is episode 100 of Cosmic Kickback. We're going to be reviewing Black Panther.
Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, it's the last Phase 4 Marvel film.
True.
But thanks to everyone that's been listening and supporting the podcast. You know, it's a long way coming, episode 100. So, yeah, thank you.
Here's to 10,000 more.
10,000, bro. We're going to be doing this till we're 80.
Dude, imagine. It's like, Nick passed away last week.
I don't even know. It's just you.
Yeah.
I don't even know if podcasts will still be going around, bro.
There's gonna be a new kind of medium by then.
I'm scared.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think about.
It's gonna be like in your head, like you just you listen.
It's like James Cameron's streaming service.
Just close my eyes.
He's like, my brain is the best streaming service out there. I don't even need Netflix.
Dreaming.
That's God, bro. What a nerd.
We'll talk about James Cameron later, but
anyway, thank you for anybody that supported us, and let's hop right into Black Panther.
Yeah. So this is gonna be a straight up spoilers. I don't think we'll probably give like maybe 5 or 10 minutes just to talk about what we like spoiler free, but
yeah, this movie's been out for like over a month now.
Yeah, it came out in November, so it's been sitting for a good minute.
Yeah, you go see it if you haven't already. Off rip, no spoilers. Real quick, I'd say this is worth seeing.
I think so too.
I agree. I think it's visually really fantastic. I think it looks really. There's a lot of scenes that look, specifically some underwater scenes, look really good. The CGI I think is on par. I think it's some of the best VFX Marvel's had after we've seen some shit like Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah,
this is miles ahead of that. This is I think this is probably my maybe top Phase 4 movie.
Oh, they're gonna say Marvel all time.
Oh, not all time. Definitely for Phase 4, I think. We'll have to rank Phase 4 at another time.
Yeah.
But as of right now, if we're not talking like TV shows or specials, we're just talking straight films. I think this one out of Phase 4 is probably the best movie.
I agree.
It's definitely the best Marvel of the year.
Definitely like the most emotionally impactful one.
For sure.
I don't even know if I was ready to see this, bro.
I low-key was... The first time I saw it, I think I told you this. It didn't hit me that hard.
Yeah.
But it's because Jaden was like making jokes the whole time.
Yeah. I think I went with my girlfriend, and I don't know. I kind of like was tearing up. I
could feel it. Yeah. The second time it hit me harder.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is definitely a roller coaster of emotions. Non-spoiler review. I'm gonna say this is like for me, this is like a solid 8.5.
Yep. I give this like a 9 out of 10.
Oh shit!
I think it's pretty good.
Okay.
I think. Let's first talk about like, I guess before we get into the actual movie, you said that there was a script done for this movie, right?
Oh yeah. What sucks? Okay, so obviously this is this movie doesn't have Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, his absence is felt.
Yeah, for sure. And they had to put that into the movie. You know, they have to explain what happened in universe.
Yeah. While
also honoring Chadwick. So it was a difficult task for sure.
Yeah.
And something that makes it even more sad and difficult is Ryan Coogler, the director of this, said that he had just finished the script for the sequel and he called Chadwick Boseman, like FaceTimed him or something. And he was like, hey, yo, bro, like I finished it. Like, do you want to take a look at it before I submit it to the studio for any, revisions?
Yeah.
And he said that Chadwick was just like nah, it's all right, bro.
I will get back to you.
Yeah.
That's sad, man.
And he did say that at the time it didn't seem that odd, but he said that his wife was like with him and he was like telling his wife to like step out for a minute so they can like talk, like just him and she didn't kind of want to like leave his side. And he said he was kind of like, oh, that's kind of weird. But he says looking back, it's probably because like she wanted to spend like as much time with him as she had left.
Yeah.
Because they knew that because it was just, he said like a couple weeks later.
Yeah.
Is when he passed away.
I think he was diagnosed in, I don't want to be wrong, but maybe 2016.
Yeah.
And he passed away from colon cancer. So like all that time.
Pretty much since he's been Black Panther.
That must suck, dude. Because he became Black Panther when he was like maybe 39 or
actually
40,
so he 40s? Was his first appearance was Civil War.
Yeah, 2016.
So that was probably filmed in 2015. So he probably didn't have it then.
Yeah.
Or at least he wasn't aware of it. But yeah, from the moment I guess from filming Black Panther, maybe around that time is when he found out about it.
That's crazy. Like he's still like was doing all the stunts and shit. Acting with colon cancer.
He was in Endgame and Infinity War.
Yeah, Infinity War.
Damn, bro.
I heard also like on his on like his time off, he would go visit like children, like in the children's hospital as like Black Panther and stuff. Like a lot of actors would do that, which is really cool.
Damn, man.
That just makes them even more likable, man.
Yeah, it sucks. I actually remember how I found out about it. I remember I was sitting, in my house. I got the sunroom in the back.
Mm-hmm.
It was late. It was dark. I just was out there chilling in the sunroom. Yeah, I don't know why I was there, but I was just chilling. I was on TikTok or on my phone on YouTube. I don't know. I was something. I was sitting there just in the dark, and then Jaden texts me, and he's just like, "Bro," I'm like, "What's up?" And then so Jaden's kind of like the boy who cried wolf. He sent me like 3 memes in the past where like he sent me a picture where it was like Claro dead, and it was like Claro shot dead in LA home, and I was like, what? And it made me freak out, so I like looked it up, and I was like, bitch, this is a fucking fake meme. So he's done this.
I've seen so many of Danny DeVito.
Oh yeah, I've seen stupid ones like Stuart Little shot dead in Houston shootout. I'm like,
thank God he survived.
I know. But so he sent me stuff like that before. So he's like, bro, Chadwick Boseman dead. And I was like, bro, shut up. And then I was like, nah. And then he was like, dude, he's like, I'm not joking about this. He's like, open Twitter. And I was like, I went and I opened Twitter, and it's everywhere. And I was just like, what? And it just was completely unexpected, bro. Like I was like, man, I don't usually feel anything for like celebrity deaths. Like that sounds fucked up.
Well, because you don't really know them.
Exactly.
Like to you, it's just like, oh, it's just like some actor.
It's like a random person I don't know.
Away,
I can like appreciate their work, but like I don't really like know them, so I don't really feel for them. But for this, I actually was like, damn, like he's so young. He was so young.
Yeah.
Anytime somebody, like not even just actors, if anybody dies from something and they're young, it's like that sucks.
Yeah, I would say Kobe was pretty young.
Oh my God, that one was awful.
That was also the same year.
That one also.
That was earlier that year, I think.
Those two both hit me, and I was like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, it's because I think it hit me, and even Kobe too, because like I just feel bad when people die for their family, and especially when it's like, oh man, like that person didn't even deserve like to die. Yeah, like they were just like so undeserving.
It's awful.
It's like taken too soon, bro.
Oh God, it
really
too
sucks.
soon.
But
but
Ryan Coogler did like what he could, and I think he rewrote the whole script, and it's still centered around T'Challa.
He managed to do a great job of it. I think it's a good script.
Yeah.
I have a couple issues with the movie.
Okay.
We'll get into in spoilers, but I mean overall, I don't even know how you could complete this task, Yeah. It's honestly insane that they were all able to like come together and make something this good. After that, I guess they really channeled like Chadwick Boseman in a way and used that sadness and that mourning and made something like this. Like this movie is always, you could, if anybody, any's family, anyone of his loved ones just wants to remember him, you can just throw this on. And I think this is like, it's just a testament to like his character and him himself.
I agree. I think it's really beautifully done.
I agree.
And also, this is in the trailers. Namor's in this movie. I think that he's really cool. The way that they show his powers and the underwater civilization.
They somehow managed to make like the winged feet not weird or goofy.
I think the casting for Namor was pretty spot on.
It's really good.
Like he straight up looks like from the comics.
Yeah, and I love how in the comics the only thing that's different that they kind of switched up, which I think is a great change, is I think in the comics he just looks like a weird ass white dude. Like he's got like slicked back white hair, or
he looks like Mr. Nimbus from from Rick and Morty.
Yeah, he does.
Mr. Nimbus.
I think it's a great change to make them. What is it? Is it part of the Aztec or the Mayan culture? Which one is it?
I think it's supposed to be like a Mayan culture because Tenoch Huerta is like he's Mexican.
I believe
so.
And
so like Ryan Coogler, instead of being like, oh, this is Atlantis, like he straight up just tied it to like an actual civilization.
And it works because that civilization. They were kind of along the coastline here and there around in Mexico. Yeah. And it works.
Yeah, they explore that a bit in his origin story.
Yeah. Okay, are you ready to get into spoilers?
Yeah. We'll get into spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie, go watch it and come back. But let's get into the spoilers now.
All right, so Black Panther dies.
Yeah, the very opening of the movie, they straight up like they show how T'Challa died.
I like the opening. I like how it kind of mirrors the beginning in a way. The very first one starts with some kid. I guess maybe it's T'Challa as a kid. In the first one, he says like tell me a story, and it's like a black screen.
Tell me a story, Baba.
Yeah,
yeah, that was
and then
cool.
this one is Shuri praying to Boss,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a black screen, and she's praying to save her brother.
Were the opening Marvel credits? They were all T'Challa, which was
Yeah.
really cool.
And
It was quiet,
It was
right?
quiet, bro. That actually, bro. Oh my god,
It was like a moment of silence. It was pretty cool.
dude, you could hear like anything. You could hear somebody like a
Yeah.
breath.
You could hear like a pin drop.
You
Like,
could literally. Oh man,
It was really
it
quiet.
hits hard.
But yeah, so it opens up with how T'Challa dies. He dies from some unknown illness, and Shuri's trying to save T'Challa, and he's off screen,
Yeah,
which I think was a good choice. Like I'm
Yeah.
guessing he's just in some other part of like the building, like on life support.
What would you have done if they tried doing some like CGI and it was like CGI T'Challa, CGI Chadwick?
I don't know. Well, I don't know.
I felt like it would have been kind of weird.
yeah.
Like it's
Like I know he's been dead for like 2 years now, and just like seeing him in like a movie it would throw me off.
it would look
I don't know how I
very
feel about
odd.
it.
I think they did the right choice.
Yeah,
And
this is a good choice that the movie makes.
yeah,
Of many.
I agree. So Shuri's trying to, because they don't have the heart-shaped herb.
Yeah, because Killmonger burned them all.
Yeah, so she's trying to make like a synthetic version of it with her technology instead of being like by his bedside. And they're saying like, oh, you should go be with him before he dies, like before he passes. And she's like trying to work, and she keeps getting like low percentage chances.
Yeah, like percentage of success or something
Yeah,
like that.
and before you know it, the heart rate is gone. Queen Ramonda, her mom, comes out,
Yeah.
and then they just like, oh,
Yeah, they're like, the king is dead.
yeah, and then that's when the credits roll, I think, or the opening Marvel thing.
Yeah, the opening thing.
Damn.
It sucks.
The
I think
first like 15 minutes of this are like off the rip. It's like very, like there's a funeral. It's very.
yeah, it's really sad.
It is. It really is.
It's pretty depressing. But then they get into the plot of the movie. Angela Bassett's really good in this movie.
She, I think, is the standout of this.
Yeah, I think did she get nominated?
Yeah, she did
For an Oscar. The Oscars are coming up next month, so we got to keep an eye on like all the
You'll be ready.
nominees. But
I'm pretty sure she got nominated. I don't know if anyone else did. I don't know. Do you know?
no, not really.
I know she definitely did. Because if she didn't, then it's dumb that she didn't.
I'm happy for her, but like personally, I don't really care that much about the Oscars.
Yeah, I know. I
don't know.
I think it's kind of fun to like see, like if it's
like,
I have
ooh.
more fun guessing and being like, oh, I think it'll be this, and then
Yeah.
see if I get it right.
It's true.
Like I make it kind of like a game with myself. I think that's the only way I can enjoy it. I'm not gonna be like just watching it without that. I don't know.
Yeah,
Make it like a drinking game.
drinking.
If you get it
Hey,
right, you don't drink.
it'd be pretty fun.
If you're wrong, then that's a shot.
Dude, that's a lot of awards to go through.
I know.
Yeah, but I think Angela Bassett should get an award for her role in this movie.
It's really good.
It's her last movie too, is Queen Ramonda. Because
Yeah, she dies.
later on in the plot, Namor kills her, which was.
What do you think of her death? What do you think?
I mean, he straight up drowned her, right?
Yeah. I was surprised. I thought they were, because like whenever there's a drowning in movies,
Yeah.
they always
85% of the time they come back.
I'd say like 95, bro. It's like
Yeah.
almost every time. So I was like, oh, she's back. I'm just gonna resuscitate her real quick.
Yeah.
But she did.
Yeah, she actually drowned.
And I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like it's kind of unnecessary to kill her, but at the same time, I guess it helps Shuri's character like push her over the edge to become Black Panther, because she doesn't kind of want to do it. So she kind of does it just because she wants revenge.
Yeah, it kind of just gave her motive to like not like Namor, excuse me.
Yeah.
Because when they first meet each other, like he's like, "Oh, I was just like protecting my people. Like
Mhm.
the humans are trying to like take because a piece of the meteorite that has a vibranium that crashed underwater.
It seems like there was like a couple, or
Yeah,
like,
it seems like there were some pieces
like
that also landed
yeah.
somewhere else.
and so that's I like that. It seems like at first they kind of agree, like they have the same ideas, Namor and Shuri, but the only difference is Namor wants to, like, he kind of wants to do what Killmonger wants to do, and he wants to just like fight the surface world.
Yeah, well, because they found out about their civilization, and they've always kind of just been like secretive.
Yeah, I like. What do you think of the opening scene where it introduces they call it the Tenosians?
Oh, like the siren song scene?
Yeah, that scene.
Yeah. Oh, the Talokans, I think.
Are they? I mean, that's what the place is called. But do they call themselves Talokans, or is it Tenosians?
I really don't know. Tenosians maybe
Who
sounds
knows?
better.
Who knows?
Yeah, the first we see them though is there's a whole fight sequence that takes place on like an oil rig,
Mm-hmm.
and we hear this siren song going on, which at first I didn't know it was like them singing.
Yeah, I thought it was just the score.
Yeah, I thought it was the score playing, but then you start hearing like harmonizing, humming and shit. It kind of freaked me out.
It keeps getting louder and louder.
Yeah.
It's man, dude, the sound design and the music
it was really
composition
good.
is really good in this.
I think his name is Ludwig Garrison. He did the score for the first one.
Too, yeah.
He did this one too. I think he's a really good producer.
I think this one might be better than the first one.
I think so too.
The first one has that album with like Kendrick Lamar and all that other
yeah.
That's really good. I don't think they can beat that in terms of like a music album that goes on with it. But this one had
that's like the soundtrack sort of.
Yeah, that's the soundtrack. This is like the score.
Yeah.
This one's score I think I might like better.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like the first score in the Black Panther because there's like a lot of like 808s and like hip hop.
I like how they mix that
over like the like African like tribal
like
music.
The traditional African.
Like when Killmonger's like walking to the throne and that camera's doing like that 360 rotate.
Oh, that's such a good shot.
I love that shit.
That movie's really good.
It is really good.
I rewatched it right before seeing this and I was like, damn, like I
forgot it goes hard.
I forgot it was this good.
It goes really hard, bro.
That's a good movie, man. Anyway, yeah. Let's see. What do you think of this? Is probably not my biggest gripe, but it's one of the things I can kind of go without, or I don't know. What do you think? They introduce Ironheart, Riri Williams, into this movie. What do you think of her inclusion?
I mean, I thought she was okay, honestly. At first, I wasn't really like that into it, but like she's a main part of the plot, so I could kind of like forgive it. But it seems like they could have had more time focused on Namor and stuff and like his people. I would love to see like much more of the underwater world, the Talokan, than Riri Williams.
The scene where you first go down there is really good, and the score, the song that's playing at the time is really. Oh, that whole scene's really good.
Yeah, it's really cool. I can't wait till it goes on streaming to like watch it again.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely rewatch it. But I will say with Riri, I'm more accepting of her inclusion in this as I am to Everett Ross's character.
Yeah.
I think that one is that whole.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot about that.
Exactly. It's the most forgettable part of the movie. This movie's long. The runtime's like 2 hours and 42 minutes.
Yeah, it's over. It's almost 3 hours.
Yeah, it's close.
It's about as long as the Batman, bro.
Yeah, it's just short of the Batman. It's also just short of Eternals.
Damn.
And
Eternals felt long.
I will say though, I thought the pacing of this is pretty good. I've seen it twice, and I don't think I got bored at any point. Not really.
Oh, word.
The only time I maybe felt a little bit of drag was right before, like after Queen Ramonda dies.
Yeah.
That lead up to like the last fight.
Yeah.
That's the only part maybe, but I think on your first watch you won't really feel it because you're interested in what they have to say.
Yeah, you really want to see what's going to happen next.
But for me, on my second viewing, it kind of dragged a bit because I was just okay, let me get to the fight. I want to see it.
Yeah.
But I think that's more so because I saw it 2 times in like a week. But it's besides that, I think the pacing is good. I think it's better than Eternals pacing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But Riri, do you think the studio told them to put her in it, or do you think they wanted to? Because she's getting a TV show on Disney Plus.
I don't know. I could see her being like part of the original plot, but yeah, it seems maybe like it's just something that Disney like, look, like this is Phase 4, it's the last movie. Like, so you're getting the show in like next year or whenever the hell. Like, you got to put her in. It would kind of suck to be Ryan Coogler, be like, man, I'm already rewriting this like script because like my main man like passed away, and like now I got to fit this other person.
Well, maybe if he already had her in his original script, maybe they'd already given him like those notes. But you never know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's not bad. I think my biggest gripe with her, like, because she's not in it that much.
Yeah, they kind of they go to MIT to get her.
That's like where has the most
then she's in Wakanda. She builds her suit, and then she's like in the final fight.
When she gets to Wakanda, she's kind of like a background character.
Yeah,
like she kind of reacts more than she does anything. It's because it's not her story.
Yeah,
but I think the biggest part that she shows up again is once they make her new suit at the end. Well, I don't like the suit.
You don't like the suit?
No.
It looks too cartoony.
It looks weird. Like, so like I know it looks kind of like her comic book suit. But it's not my biggest suit problem. My biggest suit problem is like the Midnight Angel suit.
Oh, yeah. Okoye and one of the other Dora Milaje.
Aneka or
Nakia?
Aneka?
Aneka?
Okay. Okay.
It's Akuya, right?
No, there's 2 of them.
Okay.
There's Okoye, who's played by you know her.
Daniela.
Yeah, her. But then there's the other new girl. She's barely in it. Her name's like Aneka.
Is she also bald?
She's the other bald one, right?
Okay.
And it's those two are the Midnight Angels, and
Yeah, their suits are ass.
I don't like the design.
I thought they
of
were
it.
so dumb.
Look, when I look at it and compare it to the comic, I think the comic one looks better. We looked at it.
Yeah, you showed me them earlier.
I think it looks better.
We can throw a photo up if y'all really want to see it.
On YouTube. It'll be up for a second. It looks better, I think, in the comic, but I can see how in the live action version, it looks like they tried to take the comic one and they try to do the thing where they put a little bit of like African like designs from like different countries and tribes in Africa.
Yeah,
it looks like they tried to do that and sprinkle that into it, which I think is a good idea. I think that worked very well in both of these, especially the first one. But I just think the design is ass. Like, it doesn't look good.
They could have done, if they had any other design, like, I'd like to see what they were.
I would love to see the other concept art ideas for it, because this one, it's probably I don't know if this is true or not, but we got some rumor in the past that there was going to be a Wakanda Disney Plus show, and we weren't sure what that was going to be. It's looking like it's going to be a Midnight Angels show. So if that's the case, I'm not that excited for it.
Yeah. They're making too many shows, low key.
Yeah, it seems like they're going for quantity over quality.
Like, I get they want to have like television, like Marvel television shows, but
I think it can work. Like, I think it can work to like tell a story that you could. It's not big enough to make a whole movie out of it.
Yeah,
but it's not small enough to where you don't want to tell. Like, it's like a little.
It's a fine line, because like if you don't have enough story to carry on a couple episodes, you could just do it as a movie. But I know like
the specials too. The specials have been
the specials
2 for 2.
The specials have been pretty good.
So I don't know. I think they can work. I think the one that
is Ironheart getting a show as well, or is that a movie?
It's a show. It's a TV show.
Why don't they just make both the same show, the Ironheart and the?
Well, what's interesting is, they were gonna do a Armor Wars TV show, and Armor Wars in the comics is like, I think it has to do with Iron Man's technology, that it finally gets into like an enemy's hands, like actual Iron Man, not like a copy of it. Like, it's actual an Iron Man's technology, and it's like they're trying to get it out of their hands. But so it's gonna follow, I guess, War Machine or like Rhodey. Yeah, it's gonna follow. I heard
it's gonna be a movie now.
Yeah, that's the thing. Now
I'm excited. I'm much more excited. It's a movie. He's finally getting his own movie.
That's so cool. And
I'm 56.
Damn. What's funny is I just rewatched Iron Man actually.
The first one.
Night,
the first one's so good.
It's
he's like eating in the donut.
It's really good.
So funny.
The first one's really good. Just rewatched it. And what's funny is, in the first one, the very first MCU movie, Terrence Howard plays Rhodey.
Oh, that's right.
So they recast him, and now it's Don Cheadle. And
I like Don Cheadle better.
I think I do too.
I think Terrence Howard played like a better like military like dude.
Yeah.
But Don Cheadle plays like a better.
He seems like
a better partner.
I believed more that him and Iron Man are would be friends. Like
Terrence
with Don? Rhodey, with Don Cheadle. In their scenes, it seems like they're like, I was like, oh yeah, these guys seem like they're close, like they're friends.
Yeah.
And with Terrence Howard, like I kind of can get that. And like only one scene though, the scene where Iron Man first comes back, when he escapes being in the cave, and they have a quick hug. That's the only time where I'm like,
give me a cheeseburger.
Yeah. That's the only time I feel it. But it's just kind of funny, because if Terrence Howard would have just been like, I take a pay cut, because he wanted to match Robert Downey Jr. for the sequel.
But what?
Yeah, because he got paid, I think, more than Robert Downey Jr. did in the first one.
Oh, really?
Because I guess he was more well known, because they took a chance on him because Robert Downey Jr. had gone to prison. And, so they were kind of like, I don't know. And so they did it, but it ended up working out great. So they were like, oh shit, you're really good. We're gonna increase your pay.
Like, fuck this.
Yeah. So then, so Terrence Howard was like, yo, I want the same.
Match me.
Yeah, and they were like, "Wait, you ain't the main character."
They're like,
yeah. So they recast, and if Terrence Howard would have just like not done that, he would have had his own movie.
Yeah.
Like right now, Armor Wars would have been.
Yeah, maybe it would have come out sooner if people like. I actually like him.
I do like War Machine. I think it's actually. I'm glad it's a movie, because I think although Rhodey's been in all these movies, I don't think we don't really know too much about his actual character. It's more so like he's Iron Man's friend.
Yeah. It'd be cool. And I feel like on a movie, it's going to be on a much bigger scale.
Oh, yeah. I think that's why they did
Marketing,
it anyway, too.
VFX.
They said that like Armor Wars was being made as a show, but then they were like, oh, it's
No.
cost too much. We
Yeah.
might as well just make it a movie.
Yeah, if it's a war, dude, have it just be like a 1.5 to 2 hour, like
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I am too. But back to Black Panther. What do you think of the Shuri's Black Panther suit?
I thought her suit was pretty cool. I like how it's kind of a mix of like gold accents with like also black. So it's kind of like Killmonger's suit as well as like T'Challa's.
It's like a mix because there's the biggest thing, I guess, the biggest surprise for me is Killmonger's in this.
Yeah.
So I guess that's why there's the gold accents on it, because it's to represent like
Her darker
her
side.
brother and then her cousin, because she does have traits that are similar to Killmonger, especially in this movie.
Yeah, she definitely has a darker side. When Namor first meets them, he's with Shuri's with her mom, and they're kind of just like chilling by this fire, and they're gonna burn like their funeral stuff. And she was like, "Oh, like, you know, I'm not just gonna burn these moms." She's like, "I'm gonna burn the world." And so she's she's mad at everybody. And when her mother dies, and she eventually takes the heart-shaped herb, which, by the way, she's able to figure it out because Namor gave her like some little bracelet.
It's like made from the plant that
gave him like his powers, pretty much.
Yeah, that his ancestors drank, and they became water people.
Yeah, he's the only one with winged feet, though.
Yeah,
but Shuri takes the synthetic heart-shaped herb. She goes to the afterlife or the ancestral plane, which she didn't even believe existed, but she took it anyways. Mm-hmm. That's where we see Killmonger.
God, yeah,
and I thought we were gonna see at first I thought we were gonna see like some form of T'Challa, whether it was like lights or like a panther or something. But
yeah, I thought that it was gonna be. So what I predicted is I thought we were gonna see. Well, after I saw that, I didn't know Angela Bassett's character, Queen Ramona, was gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
I thought once I saw she died, I was like, okay, it's gonna be.
It's either gotta be her.
It's either gonna be her, or I thought maybe it would be mostly her, and then we see like her dad, because her dad was in the first one. He died.
Mm-hmm.
I thought maybe we'd see both of them, and maybe we'd see like them. They turn into Panthers, and then there's a third Panther, and you're like, oh, that's T'Challa.
Yeah, he's just
like
that would have been cool.
I thought they were gonna do like that, but I like that they did this because I could never predict.
Yeah, I was like,
oh shit, and it makes sense because she is doing it for the wrong reason, and Killmonger is like, hey bro, like, hey, you know what you're doing?
It's like, you got to get shit done.
Yeah, I
like the freaking exaggerated swagger that Michael B. Jordan be bringing to Killmonger. I'm glad he was in this for a little bit, man. If he survived the first one, like if he lived in the first movie, I wouldn't have minded if he was the Black Panther.
I've seen people talk about that, saying that I wonder if Marvel was regretting killing him, because they could have done that. But
I wouldn't have minded that at all, bro.
They would have had to he would have had to have a change of heart then.
Yeah, because at the end, like he was just like, nah, just kill me, bro.
I did like his final line is really hard in the first Black Panther.
Oh yeah, when he just dies.
He says because he's like, maybe we can still save you, and he's like, nah, and he's like, just like throw me in the water like my ancestors who jumped from the ship because they knew that death was better than bondage or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm like, damn.
I was like, shit,
hey, crazy,
cold with it.
Yeah. Anyway,
what else? What do you think about the final fight? So the final fight that we have, pretty much Shuri takes is it like a big ship or something?
It's a big ass boat.
It's a big boat, yeah. And they go in the middle of the ocean where Namor's like area is.
Mm-hmm.
She pretty much just calls them to like fight and shit.
Yeah.
And a pretty cool action sequence happens. We get M'Baku's men and the Dora Milaje like fighting on the side of the ship.
The side of the ship,
pretty cool spectacle.
And Shuri's like doing flips. She moves. I like how because she's skinnier and lighter than like T'Challa would have been. I like how she moves more like a panther. She's more agile.
Yeah, she's like doing flips.
Yeah,
and shit.
I really like how they did all that.
It's really cool. It's a continuous shot too.
That shot's really nice. It looks good. That's probably one of the best shots in this.
I also think when she puts on the suit for the first time, it's a good shot.
Yeah, it is.
When she lands,
she drops. Oh yeah, that's a good shot.
Hard.
I actually think though we can get back to the climax, the third act fight, but I think the best action sequence in this is about midway through. It's on the bridge with the Koye and
when they're running away with Riri.
That whole action scene is probably the best. Like I actually thought, okay, I might die.
Yeah,
because like there was like I think if I remember correctly, there wasn't really any music playing. or if there was, it
Yeah.
was like just small accents here and there. But it was mostly just like you hear like the clang of like the spears. While
Yeah.
they're fighting.
When they cut all the music in like a fighting scene, like and all you hear is just the punches, like
yeah,
it adds something to it. I think so.
I agree. Oh man, damn. Yeah, that's probably the best one. That's really good action sequence. I think the action in this one, in my opinion, I think it's better choreographed than the first one.
I agree.
I really like it. I think Shuri and Namor on the sand fight when they're fighting, like just throwing punches, I think I could feel the weight of the punches more than I could in the first one.
Yeah, Namor's pretty strong.
Yeah,
because remember in Baku, he comes to hit him with his staff or something, and he just like puts his arm up.
And then he just fucking. I thought M'Baku was gonna die when he took that punch.
Yeah,
like
he punched him like far as fuck.
Bro, that dude got broken ribs. Ain't no way he would have got up.
He was
bro.
like,
that dude definitely would have had some internal bleeding going on, bro.
Dude, yeah.
But the last fight between Shuri and him, like the 1-on-1,
mm-hmm.
I think I really like that fight. I like how it's very brutal. It's actually probably one of the most brutal 1-on-1 fights that we've had in a while.
Yeah, probably since like No Way Home, maybe, or not No Way Home.
Actually,
yeah, No Way Home.
Yeah, No Way Home.
Yeah, when he's like fighting the
Green
Goblin.
Oh my god,
he's
yeah, that was the last one. That's really you could feel like the weight of it. That one's a good one. Before that, it was probably.
I don't know. Civil War was pretty bad.
Civil War because Iron Man versus Captain America. That one. I also like Captain America versus Bucky and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
Really good.
There's a lot of good ones.
There's a lot of good ones, yeah. But this one was like one of the good ones. What best ones we've had in a while.
Yeah.
But besides that, back on the ship, once Shuri kind of dipped out of the ship area, I didn't really care for most of what was going on. It was okay.
Yeah, they were getting surrounded.
It was just underwhelming, I think.
Yeah, I was expecting like a bigger scale fight. Like in the first Black Panther, it's like a civil war. They're all fighting in like Wakanda, against like Daniel Kaluuya and Killmonger.
And he's not in this.
He isn't.
He said he wanted to do Nope instead. I think they gave him the opportunity to be in it. But yeah,
right choice.
I think they do mention him at one point, and actually probably the best acted scene, I think, when Okoye comes back to Wakanda after Shuri's been taken by the Talokans or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They Queen Ramonda and her acting at that point is like really good.
Yeah, she's like screaming her head off.
Where she takes away Okoye's like title.
Yeah.
And she's no longer the leader of the Dora Milaje, and she's like, "Oh, now you out." I think Okoye mentions, one of them says like, "Oh, like where's your husband now," or something, because like they talk about how she technically sided with Killmonger in the last one, but like she didn't really have a choice.
Had to, yeah,
like, that's what the Dora Milaje.
He won.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know.
I can see both sides, but but if you think about it,
she could have just been killed.
That was the last time Okoye spoke to Queen Ramonda. The next time she sees her, she's dead.
Yeah.
So their last conversation was like her getting kicked out.
That kind of sucks.
They never got to rekindle, bro.
Yeah, because then because Namor comes in, tries to take Riri, and then kills her. Like
Namor fucks him up.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking crazy.
But dude, that acting from Angela Bassett in that scene is really good.
Yeah.
And also, I don't even think we talked about the opening scene where she's talking to the World Nations, or what is it, the United Nations?
Yeah.
That scene's really good.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the opening scene after.
Yeah, like simultaneously, there's like a heist going on, and then Angela Bassett's being like, we're not going to open our shit to the world.
That shit's so good, bro.
That was pretty cool. That went hard.
It goes, opening to this, like the first 30, 40 minutes are really good.
It's really exciting.
We get like the sadness from the opening, then we go into
like an action sequence.
And then there's also you get introduced to Namor on the ship with the siren song. Mm-hmm. All that is good. I like later on in the movie, we see like a flashback, and it's Namor, and he sees like the conquistadors, and he goes to go bury his mom on land, and that's when he first sees them like having his people as slaves.
Yeah.
And then he lights it on fire and kills them. And I actually like this. I don't think this is in the comics. In the comics, he's Namor, and they keep his name is still Namor, but they go back on like the Spanish thing, and he says that one of the conquistadors called him like a child of no love, so like Namor, like amor, like Namor.
Yeah.
And oh shit, like that's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like how
I was like, oh damn, like I didn't think about that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else you thinking, Nick?
I really like Namor's like character design. I think like the earrings and
Oh,
the
yeah.
piercings and everything they did were really cool. I love his big green earrings. He's just a really cool character. I'd love to see more of him if he got like his own movie or like a TV show or something.
What sucks is they can't give him his solo movie because Universal Studios has the rights.
Dude, that big circle chart of all the rights,
Yeah.
dude. He's like in the middle, like he's in the gray area where they can't really give him.
He can't have a tie. It's like the Hulk. You know how the Hulk can be in things, but he can't have his own movie unless it's distributed by Universal Studios. So if they were to make one, they would have to make another deal with Universal. And they haven't done that since The Incredible Hulk in 2008.
Jesus.
Wouldn't have had Edward Norton.
Hey. Damn, well, that kind of sucks.
Yeah. Let me see. What have we forgetting anything?
I feel like we talked about a lot.
It's most of the chunks. I think I just want to reiterate. I do not like the Ironheart suit.
Oh, had to bring it back.
It's because I think I don't know. It looks too glossy. Maybe
it looks too like maybe animated because like with the eyes glowing and like just
maybe
the big
the
red
eyes.
suit over her, even the shape of it almost looks like a transformer. Like it's really
it does
weird,
look like a mini chance,
but like human sized, like not one that's like 12 feet tall.
Well, what's weird about it is like it looks because like her suit does kind of look like that in the comics, but maybe it's just one of those things that doesn't work in live action.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because like the Iron Man suit is phenomenal. Like it looks really good.
Cool.
And his eyes light up too. Like he has blue like lines on his eyes. Maybe it's these ones are too big.
Yeah, I don't know, because the Iron Man suit, like, you can tell it's, like, glowing out of the mask. Like, it's the inside of, like, all that AI stuff.
And at one point, she retracts her helmet, too, like Iron Man would do.
Oh, she does?
And she does it once on the ship, and you see her face. And I thought at that point, CGI looked a little weird.
Okay.
But, I don't know. It might just be because the suit itself, I don't really like the design.
Yeah.
I do like her Mark 1, though. It's very, like, it's kind of...
Yeah, it's like an exoskeleton,
It's like,
right?
yeah, it's kind of like... inspired by Iron Man's Mark 1, but it's not as like bulky and covered. Hers is more like you could see her face, and it's like she stepped into something.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me like an Alien when
oh yeah the mech.
Yeah, the mecha suit that
Ripley.
Ripley puts on. I was gonna say Ridley. I don't know.
Ridley Scott.
Yeah, Ridley Scott directed it. I think overall this movie's really good though.
I think too.
It's super entertaining while still having to deal with like a lot of like tragic stuff that happened behind the scenes.
And Valentina's in it too.
Yeah. I guess what would have to knock it down like a whole point for me, because I'm rating this like a 9 out of 10. It's probably just the sub story with
Valentina.
Yeah, with Valentina. Ross. I totally forgot like that she was in this. I remember that she was maybe at the end of Black Widow.
Yeah, she's at the post credit scene. She's in like Falcon and Winter Soldier and a couple other Disney Plus shows.
Yeah, but I didn't think Everett Ross had to like be in this.
I think the only scene that's necessary to the story is his first one, because he tells them...
He gives them info.
He's like, okay, I can't tell you this. Like, I can get in trouble for this, but our person that made the Wakanda tracker, or the Vibranium tracker, is an MIT student.
Yeah.
It's Riri. Yeah, so she was able to make it. And then she's like, oh, I didn't make it for them. Like, I guess they found out about it and just took it.
Yeah.
Because she was like, oh, I know. I did that for a project or something.
Yeah, they just stole it.
Yeah.
She's 19, right?
Yeah, she's 19.
That's crazy.
Damn, yeah, I don't know. I think everything else besides that we don't need. He gets arrested and then he gets immediately broken out by the Midnight Angels.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe he'll be in that show too, because I guess he's technically a fugitive now.
Yeah.
So maybe
he's not really a CIA operative.
Yeah, maybe that story will have to do with him and the Midnight Angels after that. I don't know. I'm not too excited for the. Yeah, I don't give. I
don't even know if we'll watch it, bro.
I tell you, we don't care.
We don't care.
Yeah, I think overall for me, I'm gonna give it an 8.5. I think my first rating on this, I actually didn't rate it that high the first time, but when I watched it the second time, it hit harder. So I gave it a way higher score.
Jaden wasn't there.
Yeah, Jaden. Yeah,
he wasn't like
making his stupid noises. But yeah, I think for me, I almost gave it a 9, but I had to give it an 8.5 just because for me, I think the Everett thing. The Riri, I don't think Riri's too, like, I don't think she needed to be fully in it either. Like I'm more accepting of her because I do.
She's a new character. She's like a younger,
new, and I like her.
Yeah,
I think she does a good job. I just don't like the design. But she doesn't really need to be there. You know,
that'll change by the time the show comes out.
Yeah, we'll see.
She'll have a new suit.
She definitely will, because they do say at the end of this, she's like, "Oh, I can't let you take the suit." Because the suit's like made of vibranium, I guess. So I guess they also did that because they can now like see what people think of the suit and be like, okay, like gauge the public's reaction. Then we can change it for the show.
Well, hear us now.
Oh
we don't like it.
Yeah,
No.
Feige, change it, bro.
Feige.
Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
I'll give this movie a 9 out of 10. I think it's a good watch. Probably one of the more like rewatchable movies out of Phase 4. Probably the best movie that came out.
It's definitely the best film, I'd say.
It's up there with Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty good.
It's really entertaining.
It's really good. Yeah, go see it. Yeah, I think that's it, right?
I think that's the review for Black Panther 2.
Black Panther 2, 100th episode. Shout out you.
Yeah, shout out the guests. Shout out all the people that listen. Go follow us on Cosmic Kickback on Twitter, Instagram, Reddit.
We'll throw our letterboxes down below too.
Yeah, check out our letterboxes. Go follow us there.
It'll let you. It might give you an insight on what's dropping soon. You'll see what movie we watch.
Yeah,
Maybe
true.
you'll be like, oh, that review might be coming soon.
Exactly.
Anyway, thank you guys for listening. I'll put Nick's Twitch down below too. Nick's doing that 48-hour stream soon.
Nah, that's you, fam.
Hell no, there ain't no way.
Yo, go follow us on the Twitches. We do some streaming sometimes.
Yeah. So thank you guys for listening and or watching, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.